Greetings, Wappinger residents. Welcome to our new installment of information and sharing and community wellness with our now, Veterans Corner. And today I have Kevin Hawthorne, who has worked with me very closely and others on getting our Veterans Initiative off a number of years ago. And he serves as the president of the organization, which we'll talk a little bit about, that helps promote this. I'm your supervisor, Dick Thurston, and with the Veterans Corner, we really want to focus on a regular basis, maybe monthly. We'll see where it goes, but with a variety of programs that help inform the community of our programs for our veterans, seek, input, volunteerism, and more important, as an outreach, for our veterans, to begin a more fluid, active, communication process with the town, with our other veterans. And as you can see, we're here in Town Hall today. Behind me on one of three walls that we have our Hometown Heroes. This is a program that we started, really conceptualized 5 years ago, and Kevin has really done a yeoman's job, like the pun, huh? Yeoman's job, on organizing this and really taking it to a whole tremendous level, that I never really fully envisioned. And so now throughout the town on various utility poles during the non-winter months, we have banners that recognize our heroes, and also, during the winter months, we display them on a regular rotational basis. Kevin, how often do you rotate these?
Either weekly or every 10 days, 7 to 10 days. Right. And I have 15 banners that I can put up in the meeting room here. So they'll be up until this Friday, and I'll bring in another 15 banners. Currently, we are on rotation number 4, and we have put out about 90 banners so far. Wow. Actually, it's actually rotation number 6. And,
so what's the total number of banners that we have now, townwide?
Currently, we have 134 banners.
Wow.
And I have another order that's going to be going in within the next month.
Right.
And that will be order number 13.
Wow, that's amazing. So, you can contact Kevin, contact us here in Town Hall. We'll talk about other things, but I also want to mention that our highway department, led by our superintendent, Mike Sheehan, have done an amazing job in helping you, right? Just mention a little bit of what
there's actually his deputy supervisor is the person who forms a team to put up the banners on the poles that they can reach. Currently, they don't have a problem reaching 135 banners, 135 poles, but there is going to come a time, like on Old Hopewell, where the poles are set back off of the road and we can't get to them. Right. But they do a fantastic job. They follow my scheme for where the banners will go. The main reason for having the banners up, besides embracing the veteran and giving the sponsor or the family a chance to see the banner on a regular basis, is to give everybody in the township and everybody who passes through a warm feeling. They can see the 17 to 30-year-old in their natural habitat at the time, and it will make everybody smile as they go through.
And the family members. I have had many different family members come in that are here with paying taxes or just stopping by to get a permit or what have you, and countless numbers, that say, boy, this is great. I love it when I go by and look at, the flag on the banner on the pole. We try to accommodate, the location they like near the home, down the street. Right. And we recognize a number of folks, that are unknowns, in the community. So this is a key, and we've been talking about actually Mike Miner, who's our videographer, but the guy behind the camera, but also helps us with a lot of good ideas. We've been talking about even for those folks that can't get out and see the banners. Maybe doing a videotape, a drone flyby or something, so more people can get to see it. The whole initiative that we had for our veterans really, I never served, but as Kevin knows, had many relatives, father, uncle had his arm shot off during the Korean War. And so, my father always said to me, okay, you didn't serve, but serve in other ways. Right. And what we're doing, I think this year, is trying to take it to another level. People know that every year I come up with some themes, and the board and I work together, and they're lined up along with the name Wappinger. So this year, the W, that starts off the name of our town, name of the Indians that inhabited the area, but also our initiatives. The W stands, in my mind, what I've designated as wellness. And what's really first and foremost in our mind, later on, you have a P, there's two Ps, and it's about people. And so Kevin and I, when we started this, we looked at people, and including the veterans, of course, seniors, and a number of other folks in that category. So this year, as we look at our veterans and all of our residents, it's about the wellness of our veterans, and that's physical, mental, and a variety of things, including trying to take it further to the recognition level for what they're doing, making more services available, and using our not-for-profit foundation, right? To do that. Tell us a little bit about the organization, Kevin.
Well, the Wappinger Veterans Advisory Group, as I like to call it, we incorporated that 3 or 4 years ago, and it serves as a vehicle to honor the veterans, to enable the families to honor the veterans, as well as offer services. Being an advisory group, one of the things that we were able to do, but we haven't been able to get back to yet, was offer veterans a chance to file disability claims. And we used the courtroom for that. That was wildly appreciated and popular.
And Phil Dew has participated with this, and it still continues to. In fact, he's gotten a promotion, I guess, we call it.
He has.
Philip Dew, who's been a very loyal supporter, not just of the veterans, but of the town. I understand he's moving back, to our community, which is tremendous news. And thank you, Philip.
Yeah, he's a veteran service officer in New York City, and we will get him up here on a regular basis to help veterans file papers for disability as well as death benefits. Right. Death is something that we don't like talking about, but it's fairly inevitable. And the people left behind need to be taken care of as well, which is one thing we're going to be exploring on a community-wide basis.
Yeah. We've taken this approach because, quite frankly, the town board and town government cannot do everything that we'd like to do, because we're limited by law. Right. We're restricted by how we spend your money, the taxpayers' dollars. So what we do now is that we do provide a stipend each year, for the group, but also by creating a 501c3, it allows them to have a far greater outreach than town government can. So we're enabling that, and at the same time get a volunteer program and also donations, which are very important to add to our programs, and then run, programs like the annual 5K race, and we'll talk about some of those events in the next segment that we'll be taping. But we're really excited about this year, and that's why we want to have these programs to communicate that. Some of the bigger things we're starting to look for, of course, I think Memorial Day is the target. The county has been funding over at our Wappinger's Rural Cemetery. There's a lovely area in the back of the cemetery viewing, the Wappingers Creek. And that's going to be a new, Veterans Memorial Cemetery. And so that's scheduled, I think, online to be done in, Memorial Day, weekend. But beyond that, we've been talking, actually, we've been discussing for a little while, and Adam Roach, who is a resident of the town, he heads up, the veterans group at the county level. We're excited that he is interested in taking another step towards recognize our veterans through a veterans museum. that we hope, we'll be able to sponsor that out at Carnwath Farms, perhaps in the carriage house.
Right.
But we can talk more about that and how we're going to move ahead. And I think that, Kevin, do you have a couple of wrap-up words, to end this inaugural, session that you and I have had?
We do plan on a veterans parking space. We're looking into that. We're looking into creating another side to the Schlatt House Monument for memorial pavers. We are looking to recognize all of our deceased veterans on Memorial Day. We've tried that for a few years running, but we've had scheduling problems. We hope this year to recognize all of our buried veterans, as well as take part in a town-wide wreaths across America.
Yeah. So we can talk a little bit more about that in our next session. So I think the point is, we really have an active, proactive, program that I'm certainly excited about. Our town board members, Al, Casella, Bill Beal, Angela, and Chris Phillips. And Chris has a veteran son, or I guess he's actually still in some service. So we're fully, supportive of this, unlike we've seen before. So, stay tuned, and in our second session, we'll be talking a little bit more about some of these things. So thank you. Thank you very much for your attention, for watching this. Spread the word, okay? We do need volunteers. So Happy New Year, to everyone.